Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to Survival of the Fittest from Mobb Deep. I've been thinking about their music a little bit lately, haven't really ever heard too much of it. I think the last I checked out anything relevant to them was Life of a Cash Register with featuring Mac Miller, and it was just Prodigy, I believe, on that track. So I'm very excited to get into them. If you have any suggestions for their discography that you want to see, let me know in the comments. But without any further ado, let's get right into this. Let's see what Survival of the Fittest is all about. Let's see what Mobb Deep got to say. Let's get it.
Yeah, sending this one out to my man Killer B. No doubt, indeed. Without weed, you know what I'm saying? That old real shit.
Bro, this beat is classic. I gotta be real. I didn't actually know this song by name, but by intro, I know I've already heard this a decent amount of times. I've never really sat down and tried to break it apart, but just for the transparency, since we do most everything first time here, gotta let y'all know. But let's keep it going.
That old real shit. There's a war.
Bro, before we even get into the verse, that kick, dum, 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 that thud and that big open resonance of it. Gorgeous. That little sound like, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Like, love the feeling of this beat. Great balance between the elements. Let's hear it.
There's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. You could run, but you can't hide forever from these streets that we done took. You walking with your head down, scared to look. You shook, cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. They never around when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam. Now we all grown up and old.
Beautiful. Great start here. Love the line, there ain't no such things as halfway crooks. Probably one, because I was first exposed to it through the 8 Mile movie during the final rap battle. So, my question for y'all is Mobb Deep the origination of that phrase? Where did it come from? Is it a common phrase that they just also happen to use and Eminem happened to use it and there's another common ancestor to all of these guys? I'd love to know. Very curious about that. Great start to the verse, talking about you can run but you can't hide forever, adding a little twist onto that common figure of speech, and then pushing forward from there. Let's keep it rolling.
Things is halfway crooks. They never around when the beef cooks in my part of town. It's similar to Vietnam. Now we all grown up and old and beyond the cops' control. They better have the riot gear ready. Trying to back me and get rock steady. By the Mac 1 double, I touch you and leave you with not much to go home with. My skin is thick, cause I'll be up in the mix of action. If I'm not at home, puffin' live, relaxing. New York got a nigga depressed, so I wear a slug proof underneath my guest. God bless my soul before I put my.
I like it. Kind of just kind of talking about like who they are, what they're doing, what life they're living. They're in New York. People don't come to their spot when the beef is cooking, when there's problems going on. Talking about it's like Vietnam out here, you know, maybe the battles or the fires or whatever it might be exactly. You know, there was a lot of issues with fires in New York back in the day, especially the ones set by the landlords themselves and all that type of noise that especially came right around the beginning of hip hop, and I'm sure it didn't stop there either. But wonderful, man, wonderful. Talking a little bit of their shit, talking about how tough they are. Nice old school vibes.
In the mix of action, if I'm not at home, puffin' live, relaxing. New York got a nigga depressed, so I wear a slug proof underneath my guest. God bless my soul before I put my foot down and begin to stroll into the drama I built. And all unfinished beef, you will soon be killed. Put us together, it's like mixing vodka and milk. I'm going out blasting, taking my enemies with me. And if not, they scar so they will never forget me. Lord, forgive me, the Hennessy got me not knowing how to act. I'm falling and I can't turn.
That's great. And I love the sentiment, man. Look, going out blasting, taking the enemies with me. Even if I'm going out, somebody coming with me. Don't think I'm doing this alone. Wonderful, dog. Wonderful. There was something else I had, but the train has left the station. We'll see if I can find it again.
It's like mixing vodka and milk. I'm going out blasting.
Yuck. Vodka and milk. Ugh, that sounds horrible. I did not catch that the first time around.
We'll soon be killed, put us together. It's like mixing vodka and milk. I'm going out blasting, taking my enemies with me. And if not, they scar so they will never forget me. Lord, forgive me, the Hennessy got me not knowing how to act. I'm falling and I can't turn back. Or maybe it's the words from my man Killer Black that I can't say, so what's left an untold fact. Until my death, my goals to stay alive. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive.
Yo, we live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the survival of the fit, only the strong.
I'm trapped in between two worlds.
And I never really thought about it before, but this song pretty much is just a straight loop. There might be a little bit of variation within the instrumental, but for the most part, we got that heavy thud of the kick. And the one thing that I really love about this is the harshness of that snare, that smack. It is so snappy and crisp and clear, and it just comes right through to the top, bringing a great feel into this track. Definitely boom bap type of sound. The use of the samples is wonderful. The hook, it feels like they actually pulled the vocal down maybe just a little bit further into the instrumental for it, which is an interesting choice because a lot of times you see the hook made like humongous and it kind of stands over the verses. But this is a nice way to change it up. Put the focus on the verses. The hook is more of a connecting and transitionary segment here. And it's got a great sound to it, man. The strong survive. Let's get it.
We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the survival of the fit, only the strong.
I'm trapped in between two worlds trying to get dough. You know when the dough get low, the juice go. But never that. As long as fiends smoke crack, I'll be on the block hustling, counting my stacks. No doubt, watching my back and proceed with caution. 5-0 working, no time to get lost in. The system niggas using fake names to get out quick. My brother did it and got back with 2 ounces. I live with
Great. Nice transition into the second verse here. Also, y'all will have to forgive me. I don't know who comes first, who comes second. I'm not super familiar with associating the voice to Havoc and Prodigy in their own right. I'm more familiar with them just as the duo of Mobb Deep. But wonderful transition. Their voices oppose each other nicely. Coming into the second verse here feels like a slightly more bouncy delivery, and also maybe a little bit more of like a smoother, dense feel to the vocal than we had on the first one. Maybe just a little bit brighter too, not like higher pitched, but just a little bit raised from the first verse.
caution. 5-0 working, no time to get lost in. The system niggas using fake names to get out quick. My brother did it and got back with 2 ounces. I live with one with scores, hit the block hard. That's my man Twin when he got bagged. That fucked me up, God. But shit happens for a reason. You find out who's your true keepers when you're upstate bleeding. You can't find a shorty to troop the bed with you. Hit with a 2 to 4 is difficult. While on the streets, I try to maintain. Tight with my Lucas hoes like to run game. Some niggas like to trick, but I ain't with that trickin' shit. I'm like a juice.
Yeah. Great, we getting a couple nice rhymes in here, like with difficult or however he stretched that out a little bit. Nice push on it. The drums are relentless. Just keep that force moving forward.
Difficult. While on the streets, I try to maintain. Tight with my Lucas hoes like to run game. Some niggas like to trick, but I ain't with that trickin' shit. I'm like a Jew, saving those so I can bit with pushing the Lex. Now I'm set, ready to jet. No matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects forever. Jakes on the blocks, we out clever. And beef, we never separate, grow together. When words come to words, my peoples come first. Try to
And I like the way he's moving around the rhyme, especially with this never clever together type of scheme. And again, we come back to the thing where it's all about those vowels, man. A V and a TH don't make a super similar sound, but when you have them both sandwiched between an E and an ER, those differences really melt away quick.
Set ready to jet, no matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects forever. Jakes on the blocks, we out clever. And beef, we never separate, grow together. When words come to words, my peoples come first. Try to react and get the motherfucker feeling served. My crew's all about blue, fuck looking cute. I'm strictly 10 boots, an army certified suits, puffin' nails, laid back, enjoy the smell. In the bridge, getting down, it ain't hard to tell. You better real.
And it's great because they both mentioned smoking J's or puffing L's. And then earlier in the track, he said something about like smoking la or whatever it is. I'd love to know if any of y'all can fill me in. Where did the slang come for calling it la? I'm familiar with it. I understand it exists, but just where'd it come from? Like there's so many, like weed, green, grass, like there's so many things that I guess we just take for granted, but they seem to be a little bit closer to like a plant as opposed to just la. Or now people call it like za and all this craziness. Wild, man.
In the bridge, getting down, it ain't hard to tell. You better realize.
We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We live in.
Yeah, layering on the hook here works really well. I think I might have been I think I might have misspoke earlier. It's about the same volume across as the verse and the hook when we're talking about the level of the vocal. The layering definitely adds that extra roundness and flavor with the combination of both of their voices together. Really, really well done track here, man. Great work.
Only the strong survive. We live in this till the day that we die. Survival of the fit, only the strong survive. We still living it.
Open your eyes and get wise. Look alive. 95, word up. Hypnotic thug life. Get that ass paralyzed. Know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Mobb deep and all that.
That might be something that's only included in the video, that big, like, delayed echo at the end there. I can't say I've ever heard that part of the track, and I've definitely not skipped the end when I've heard it before. But, that was Survival of the Fittest from Mobb Deep, guys. I don't know how I didn't realize I'd already heard that. I mean, of course, right? It's got like 66 million some odd plays. I'm sure I'm at least a couple of them just going through my playlist. You got to pass by it. But wonderful track. If anybody's got any other suggestions for Mobb Deep, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang, and I will see you all next time.